その壁は人々に100年の安寧の時を過ごさせた。
Woohoo! Attack on motherfucking Titan is back! Here I just want to quickly touch on the excellent artwork for the series. To me personally it's gorgeous. It's definitely not the best, but it's great all the same. The first thing I noticed is the sunlight and shadow effects and the painstaking work to draw those effects consistently. As usual, take 5 wins for this. Jesus Christ, this intro is earning the anime yet another 5 wins. Not only did they pick a song that sounds pretty similar to the theme of the first season, but then they went on to use some great effects, some good but limited use of CGI, but also setting the scene for what could be some huge set pieces yet to come. Normally on a shot like this, if you pause the screen for even a few seconds you can notice quite a few inconsistencies in the artwork. However here that's basically impossible unless you're really nitpicking. So yeah, basically I'll add a win here for them taking the time to make the whole still look good. Yup, Season 2 has just started and is definitely doing a good job of animating some freaky ass looking titans. Ooh.
巨人が来た方向に近くの村を案内できます。
Decent use of CGI.
分かった。南藩の案内はお前に任せたぞ。
All might.
104機と武装兵で構成した藩を東西南北に分ける。戦闘は可能な限り開始。
Once again, I love how they take the time to explain exactly what's happening and give us a detailed map of what the teams are doing, where the Titans are and where various landmarks are on the map. I appreciate them taking a few seconds to ensure a dumbass like me is in the loop. And they just managed to fucking exceed for me the creepiest Titans I named in my Everything Great About Attack on Titan Season 1 videos. These are some freaky bastards, but I absolutely love it. My god, this is doing one hell of a job of pumping me up. From the intense music to the amazingly animated Titans and the brilliant voice actors. It's just absolutely awesome and I'm very glad to be back watching this again. I'm adding 5 wins for the past few minutes of awesomeness here. Wow. I'm not going to add wins for every single scene like this later on, but I wanted to do this one purely because I'm pumped up, it's All Might, and it's the first fighting of the new series. I gotta say, I did miss these ad break readings where I get to learn a little bit more about the series as a whole. Okay, so here for the fact that they brought back the original music for some usage, the consistent artwork, and for All Might, I'm giving 3 wins.
その武器はなんて言うんですか? 腰につけた飛び回るやつ.
So guys, I wrote way more about the past few minutes over on the Everything Wrong With version of this episode. However, I'll simply say that between the shock of this Titan appearing and everything that's happened since, I'll add a huge 10 wins. And to put it simply, the main reason is because of the utter shock and awe factor of everything that's just taken place.
しかし、面白いこと考えるな。
I pretty much felt sick throughout this entire scene, seeing him get taken down like this, as someone who is one of the greatest fighters that mankind has. Not only that, but the way it was perfectly animated and voiced to portray his utter fear at being consumed and killed, it really was just a thing of absolute beauty. I'll have to remove a win for All Might being killed, but I'll give 4 of the 5 I was intending to give anyway. For this creepy as outro with its creepy ass kind of upbeat music to its historical looking pictures that are making me really curious about the world building I'm about to witness, and finally for its incredibly creepy visuals, I'll award 3 wins. Getting to see a backstory like this for a character who hasn't seen much screen time at all up until this point is excellent. More so because this season is only half the size of the first. So if they can pull off these flashback scenes and give us great, smooth forward motion on the episodes themselves, then I'm very impressed and very happy. I'll give 2 wins here. Jesus fucking Christ. What the absolute fuck did I just witness? It almost looked like that Titan was normal human size with normal features and everything. That was weird as hell. But the main win here was for the shock factor, because they've never shown us scenes like this as far as I can remember before. Absolutely fantastic. They've only managed to further develop fantastic tension with this second series. I can physically feel myself on edge and slight nerves going in my stomach. I love feeling this way though, because it lets me know that whatever I'm watching is actually affecting me in some small way. But yeah, this entire scene has been so well done so far and is so very creepy. For the music, the thrill, and the excellent animation of this part of the scene. Okay, this moment right here earns an easy 3 wins. I absolutely love that she pulled out that move from when she was a lot younger, but then mixed that with the insanely good music, and it just really resonates with me. In short, I bloody loved it. I'm not going to lie, that's really fucked up. Yeah, once again, as you may have likely guessed, this made my jaw hit the metaphorical floor. If this season has proven anything to me in just over 2 episodes, it's that shock and awe are being thrown at me over and over again, and I have to say it's been amazing so far. I cannot wait to see what more greatness will come from these next few episodes before we hit the second half. Oh my word, this anime has some seriously fucking badass action sequences in it. But those action sequences wouldn't boil down to much without the sublime voice acting, music, animation perfection, and more that make up all of these epic moments. Here, I'll award an easy 3 wins. No way. Just when I thought they couldn't find a way in which their situation outside of the walls could be made any worse, enter darkness.
あれがお前らが切り捨てようとしてる顔だ。お前らの望みが叶って壁の中を巨人で満たすことに成功すれば。
It's great that the anime gives us a good look once again at the human aspect of mass displacement following a breach by the Titans. I also love how always cool, calm and collected Levi is. Okay guys, for this ending to this episode I'm going to, for the second time so far, give out 10 wins. And the reason for that is that once again my jaw has just been left opened. It's crazy because this very rarely happens with me. So in short, what I'm basically saying is that I'm so shocked by what's happening that I just sit there looking like a numpty with my mouth open. It's been an utter joy to get to see these first 3 episodes, but this one for me has the best ending so far. I just cannot wait to see what comes next. But needless to say, this was one hell of a great part of the anime. Absolutely beautifully smooth animation on this cannon falling down the stairs, and I was actually looking for flaws for some reason, so kudos to them for that. Even though, thanks to countless spoilers in the comments of my videos over the last few months, I'm as stated spoiled on a lot of events, I can say without a doubt that this was still incredibly awesome, adding 5 wins. Okay, this little comment at the end made me laugh just as much as the first time he and a few others thought it to themselves during the last season. That's worth a win. This is such an intense scene, the moment he realizes he's already dead and can't even go about having a single drop of alcohol. That's pretty damn sad, to be honest. Holy shit, that was one hell of a shock for me. I legitimately had my concerns about what she might be, but I must have somehow avoided that specific spoiler. What a fantastic way to end the episode. I'm just happy I get to go straight ahead and watch the next one without waiting. how they do the eyes is extremely detailed. They must have spent the last few years just working on their eyes. But no, seriously, I noticed this with Eren back in the first episode, but then my dog did something and I forgot what I was going to write. So here I'll award 3 wins, because no doubt this must have been extremely difficult to do. And I'll state once again, they do look stunning.
よくわからん。いや、違うな。
These awesome looking weather effects.
天気は回復傾向みたいだ。いけると思う。
食料持ってきました。
みんな。
I'd just like to point out here that over on Anime Sins, a comment I see a lot is, well, do you even know an anime where they don't do the saying someone's name instead of talking normally cliche? Well, I can confidently say that hasn't happened much, if at all, in these last 4.5 episodes. So for decent writing, I'll give 5 wins here. This whole battle scene, containing swift and fluid animation mixed with CGI, just looked brilliant, and it felt like the years in hiatus has given them the ability to create some really awesome looking scenes. For these couple of minutes, I'll add 3 wins here. You, Missy, are charged with extreme badassery in the first degree. That save was unexpected from me, and really well timed and done.
俺たちは5年前壁を破壊して人類への攻撃を始めた。俺が鎧の巨人でこいつが超大型巨人。
Oh my fucking god! Oh my fucking god! Is exactly what I repeated out loud just now several times over. I won't lie, I was spoilt on this fact, but the way they did it like this is just a work of bloody art. I literally cannot believe they did it this way. It's fantastic to keep it so low-key. In my honest opinion, it hits way harder than actually making a huge deal of it from the get-go. 5 wins for this. Mikasa being Mikasa. Wow, what a fantastic finish to episode 6 and also to part 1 of this Everything Great About series. I think they handled this entire reveal perfectly, and to be honest, I can't sing the series' praise enough right now. All I'll say is that I'll add on another 9 wins to round it up nicely to 120 wins total. Bye! Let's be honest, even though the Big Ass Titan is now fully in CGI, it's still really well done and incredibly smooth now compared to Season 1. I will be honest and state that I do prefer hand-drawn, but it's fully understandable that in an industry plagued by low wages and harsh working hours, that they'd use CGI to cut down the budget a bit. For how well it was implemented with 2D interacting with 3D, I think this calls for 5 wins and a big pat on the back for the animators who make all of this insane enjoyment possible in the first place. Oh, now this is some hand-drawn goodness for the eyes, and just what the doctor ordered. He looks absolutely great. What's interesting to me here, and what I think is great, is how without excellent animation, this scene would just look like 2 weird-looking guys fighting. But it's the trees, and the sky, and clouds above that actually build the scene into something resembling 2 giants duking it out. I've never really thought about that before, but it's quite genius when you think about that.
ただ、猛獣に通用するかどうか、興味はある。
Oh, fuck, so am I!
どっちだ。
Ah, to hell with that. You can have your wins back when you actually do the scene. Okay, I literally punched my fist in the air at this.
頭を使って最大限できることを考えるよ。
And they called it puppy love.
I like her reaction here.
人体の構造上、鉄で覆えない部分がある。脇や股の部分と。
I love stuff like this, because they didn't actually have to show us what she was referring to, but they do it anyway with a visual image, and that's really cool. Yet again, another fantastic end to the episode. This entire scene, with its utterly stunning visuals and great looking effects as the soldiers are blown away by the huge force of the Colossal Titan returning to normal.
もしこの時間に着くのならちょうどクロルバクとの中間で引き返したことになるが
Once again, clearly showing and explaining where the units are on the world map as it were, and once again this dumbass is most pleased to be in the loop.
お目当ての巨人と合わせられなくて今回のところはまあ残念だったかもしれんが壁外調査の機会はいくらでもある
Levi calling out cowards.
アルミお前食ってねえだろ取ってきてやる食っとけ
This interaction between these two is really nice by my estimations. It just felt more like a father looking after his son than a fellow soldier. I'm guessing that's a mixture of both the voice actor's work but also the physical interaction itself. It ends up building more of a large family kind of vibe and connects the characters together, something many anime have failed to do over the years. This earns the anime 2 wins, I think. Extremely detailed overhead stills like this are another great part to the anime, where time and effort has been made to create a lovely piece of artwork. Sometimes I like to point these things out so that maybe one day someone might see it and also appreciate the effort who normally doesn't notice or even think about these things. Super cute Eren shout is super cute!
勝ったところはついぞ見たことねえが負けて降参したところも見たことがなかったあいつは時々俺でもおっかねえと思うぐらい執念が強え
Even though he does forget that Eren finished top 10 in his class, and even just now beat the Armored Titan, I must say that I like his analogy of Eren's character, that no matter how many times he's knocked down, he keeps getting back up again. That's very true, and I just wanted to point out that this conversation, although simple, is actually full of context about Eren's personality and helps build him for us the viewer. Very nice.
俺も行くぞお前ら3人が揃ってねえと俺の日常は戻らないからな
To put it very simply, this entire conversation is absolutely fucking lovely. To get this much time with this character for the first time and forever is great, but then to get a flashback to the old days and his times with the kids, then to him giving them exactly what they needed at that point in time, a lifeline to hope. To remember that Eren isn't a lost cause and that he personally feels that he has a duty to help bring him home as well. I just feel that for this whole speech I cannot award anything other than 5 big fat wins. Love you, dude. I'm not going to lie, this is both terrifying to imagine but fucking awesome at the same time. A really ingenious design and invention that is well thought out, because this would be insanely useful if the world of Attack on Titan was real. I absolutely love Erwin, and it's only made all the more better with this amazing soundtrack that really pumps you up, not forgetting the great voice actor behind his character as well. Once again, the animators find a way of creating a new and incredibly creepy looking Titan to freak us all out, because now apparently this bastard is pretending to chill but watching them like a hawk. Doesn't get a whole lot more freaky than that for me.
下手に体力のない巨人を生み出せば他の巨人にやられちまうってことか
The way they drew this is a thing of beauty. The faces of these Titans are just perfect to portray exactly what they are to the viewer. Just mindless beasts in essence, purely wanting to feed. Hats off to them. The animators, not the Titans.
あのわけのわからねえ状況下でよく動けたもんだよ兵士としてそれなりの評価と待遇があってもいいと思うんだがな
Wow, I'm not sure exactly what is going on in his head and what this means for his character and personality, but whatever it is, I'm liking it. I'm enjoying that they're not simply saying, right, these are now the baddies and these are the goodies, but instead it's a little more complex than that.
兵士じゃないだろう僕らは戦士なんだから
Holy balls, that was bloody intense. Now they've only gone and kicked it up a gear, giving Reiner some kind of maybe post-traumatic stress disorder or memory disorder or something. What an absolutely fantastic turn of events. I think for the shock of what's just happened and how great it could be for future episodes, I'm giving 3 wins here.
僕らの時もそうだった。
そうか。
エレンも覚えてなさそうだし。
そういうものなのか。
Attack on Titan joins the very small group of anime and TV shows and movies that actually properly represent how long it takes to fully make someone unconscious in this fashion. Sometimes I've seen it done in TV shows within 5 seconds, and that's just not real.
何より初めて誰かに必要とされて初めて誰かの役に立ててるってことが
Getting to see the backstory of yet another character from Season 1 who saw barely any actual screen time even just in general. It's also a very interesting and intriguing story that raises more questions than it answers, which is something I enjoy for the most part. Geez, I have absolutely no idea what's going on, but it's got me so bloody interested it's nuts. Like, where was this village? They had troops and guns, and this was 60 years ago. When was she kicked off that platform? Why did she change into a Titan? Did they all change into Titans? I love figuring things out in theory, so this is right up my alley. Adding 2 wins for this backstory and for the mystery.
また憲兵が戦闘は目的ではない。何より奪い去ることを優先せよ。
What? This is so fucking awesome! It's bad for the good guys, but I have to say that was one hell of an awesome scene.
なんとしてでも阻止するぞ。
Imagine for a second that you're one of those horses, and then you look back and see that. Yeah, I know, right?
そいつを怪しつけるなんて不可能だろ。うるさくてしょうがねえやつだよな。よーくわかるぜ。俺もそいつ嫌いだからな。
This is so amazing, I swear to God. I'm loving this entire scene so far since they caught up and began their attack. For this entire scene thus far, I'll give 3 wins, but I have a sneaky suspicion that more wins are about to come.
信じらんねえ。どういうつもりだ、エルヴィン。巨人を引き連れてきやがった。
Oh, this episode just gets better and better. I think many of you would be mad if I didn't include this moment as a big win for the series.
エレンを奪い返し、即帰還するぞ。心臓を捧げよう。
I don't know what he just said at the very end, but I'm fucking on board.
進む。エレンはすぐそこだ。進む。
Oh my god, has there ever been a more badass motherfucker in the history of mankind than this dude right here, right now? His entire arm is inside of a Titan's mouth and he's issuing orders like a, as previously stated, motherfucking badass. I'm giving 5 wins here for this scene. That was so cool. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner for the biggest badass mofo of Attack on Titan Season 2, and as you may have already guessed, I'm awarding that honour to Erwin. I can't tell you guys how much I've enjoyed just this last scene. It was a thing of beauty. The artwork was stunning and consistent, the voice actors were doing a banging job, and then this happens. It stunned me. I loved every minute of it, and I'm just genuinely so happy that Erwin somehow saved the day and survived. Nothing short of 10 wins here would suffice. Han's leaping in to save Eren and Mikasa, who for some unknown reason is just laid on Eren instead of fighting in some way, and that's worth a win in my book. I'm going to give a win here for how absolutely stunning they just made this look. Oh man, this scene is anything but great, but it's carrying one hell of a feeling of sadness and loss in this YouTuber. I'm always one to acknowledge how an anime makes me feel, and right now I feel a little sick and quite sad. I'll add 5 wins here.
何もできないままだったよ。
エレン、そんなことないよ。
for these amazing and sad scenes backed up by this great voice actor's work. What? What the hell just happened? I'm sad that we didn't finally get to see a kiss between Eren and Mikasa, but this kind of makes up for it for being really random and awesome. What a great scene! I gotta say, I'm absolutely blown away by how great these last few minutes have been. I mean, seriously, I have adored what my eyes have been able to behold. I'm so glad that now I've finally been able to see Eren's truly amazing power. For the first time during this entire season, I'm going to award 15 wins for what I just saw, from how it was voiced to the stunning animation and CGI, and finally how the story was told and how it unfolded before us.
女神様もそんなに悪い気分じゃないね。
This beautiful scene. I'm giving a final win here for this kind of cliffhanger. I know a lot of people dislike those, but I like how it keeps us guessing for a year until a new season arrives.
Matthew Blancett, Nick Wyndham, Lightly Winter, Christopher Willis, Draki, Fancy Turtle, Kepan, Liam Knight, Luis Minito, Marquez, Keeper, The Epic Commander, Bird Without a Word, Brandon Crea, Brian Bayot, Christian Torassa, Commander Cyrus, Doggos for Life, Dragonstorm 35, Emmanuel Gonzalez, Aaron Winters, I Am Here, Your Edvinson, Kevin Alston, Cumfroik, Kylie Welp, Lisa Marie Timp, Magnus, Nathan Burr, Peter Milligan, Satakayari, Psyonx 44, Sean, Sheriff Yuchiya, The 100s, Elemental Awards, Wiccan Faye, Ali 50, Brainless Ben, Cecilia, Cloud Garden, Cedric, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Def the Kid 123, Devon, Eclipse Mage, Garrett Vermeesh, Gibbs, Hoved Lowe's Ritter, Israel Caldera, Jason Davies, John, Juffa 6263, Kelnock, Kevin Nelter, Kai 158, Kyle Jones, Laxor, Laxus, Liam Gagati, Lifty, Lionel Schultz, Marvin, Michael Lewis, Mr. Firecool, Natsu Dragneel, Nick Monaco, Nick Pell, 9028, Oliver Smiley Reacts, Q Flash, Ryan DeVerez, Sentimento, Storm 970, TRS, The Danish Muggle, Tricky Nicky, Willyman,